Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, as you guys saw by the title, this is inspired by the beautiful Gigi Hadid. Now I saw her at the AMAs, the American Music Awards. Well, not saw her, like on TV, and her look totally caught my eye. I was like, oh my god, that's so beautiful. So I actually Googled what makeup product she used, and it was all Maybelline, it was all drugstore. So that is exactly what this is going to be today. It's a drugstore look, and I also show you how to get this hair. It's super simple, it's super easy to achieve, and I will put a few pictures right here for you guys for my inspo that I got. So if you guys like these kinds of videos, definitely please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. I didn't even realize that I practically matched this backdrop. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So I just wanted to let you guys know I already primed my skin, and I primed my skin with a very luminous and dewy primer because my face is super dry and she already had like pretty dewy looking skin, so I figured I would use a primer like that. And it's not from the drugstore, which is why I didn't include it, but if you're curious, I use the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, and this is one of my favorite primers of all time because it just gives the skin a nice healthy glow. So moving on. So for foundation, I'm going to be using the Matte and Poreless foundation. I've actually never tried this foundation before, believe it or not, but I've heard really good things about it. I'm really hoping that this is going to be my color. I have no idea. It's in the shade 128. We shall see. So I'm going to apply this all over the skin using my damp beauty blender. Alright, so moving on to concealer now that our foundation is done. I'm actually not sure what concealer her makeup artist used specifically, so I'm going to be using one of my favorites from the drugstore, which is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and I'm just going to put this all over the places where I like to cover up and also highlight the areas of my face. See how highlighting just really wakes up the face? I love it. So now to set all of this, I'm going to be using my Airspun Loose Face Powder, my favorite powder from the drugstore ever. Alright, so now the face is set, and for brows, I'm actually going to do my brows off camera because the product that I'm using is not drugstore, and I don't think it's fair for me to include that in this tutorial since it's drugstore based. So I will be right back. Alright, so now that my brows are done, it's time to move on to eyes. So for the eyes, I am going to be using the Maybelline Blushed Nudes palette. This is actually a really good palette from the drugstore. And this is exactly what Gigi's makeup artist used. So for the lid, I'm going to be taking these two shades right here. I'm going to mix these two shades and apply them on the lid. Alright, so now for the crease, I'm going to go in with this shade right here. This is like a nice dusty brown, and that's exactly what it looks like she has in her crease. And it gradually gets lighter, so I'm going to apply this on the lower part of the crease and then blend it upwards. And see, by holding the brush upwards, it gives you a little bit more control as to where you're placing the color. So that's exactly what we want. So see, it looks a little messy right now, but we're going to blend it. But this is the initial look. So now I'm just going to pat that color in, just to make sure we're getting as much color payoff as possible because that crease does look pretty brown. So now taking a blending brush, this one does not have any color on it at all. I'm just using this simply to blend. I'm going to blend all of this out. Alrighty, so now for the brow bone, I'm going to go back in with this shade right here, and I'm just going to highlight the brow bone because she does have a really nice bright brow bone. Alright, so now for eyeliner. Now when I was reading the products that she used, well I should say that her makeup artist used, her makeup artist actually tight-lined her waterline on the top here, and so that's exactly what we're going to be doing. And to do that, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Kohl eyeliner in black, and that's a really nice way to make your eyes pop without having to apply eyeliner on top. Alright, so for mascara, I'm just going to be using my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, favorite mascara from the drugstore of all time. And the nice thing about this look is she wasn't wearing lashes, or so, like from what I saw, she wasn't wearing lashes. So we get to keep this really nice and really natural. So I'm just gonna apply a coat of mascara and then we're gonna move on to our lower lash line. And this, my friends, is exactly why I love this mascara. Do you see how well it works? It's unbelievable. So anyways, moving on to the lower lash line. Now, in the reference picture that I'm looking at, she does have a wash of color, and it does look like the same color that's in her crease. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take a blending brush, like a really tiny pencil blending brush, and I'm going to apply this same color that we used in our crease on the lower lash line. Now, while doing this, I want you to notice that I'm going to leave this part of my eye blank because she does have a highlight there. So you just want to make sure to leave this inner part of your eye blank with nothing on it. All right, so another thing that I noticed while looking at this reference picture is she actually looks like she's got some white eyeliner going on, so that's exactly what I'm going to be using as well. This one is from Wet n Wild. Alright, so now moving on to the rest of the face, we're going to come back to the eyes in a moment because we are going to put like an inner corner highlight because that's exactly what she has. So, but moving on to the face, I am going to take this St. Lucia palette right here from e.l.f. and I'm going to bronze up the face. Alright, so now that our bronzer is done, we're going to move on to blush. She's got a really, really light wash of blush, like you can barely see it, but it's to the point where you can tell there's a little bit of blush on her face, but not a lot. So I am going to be using this shade right here from the St. Lucia palette from e.l.f. and just applying a small amount just on the apples of the cheeks. And now for, you guys already know, my favorite part of the entire look is highlights. So she had very, very dewy looking skin and it just looked really natural and the exact look that I love. And actually, I'm going to use a product that I've never used before, but I swatched it on Snapchat and I fell in love. So I got these two Insta-Fix Photo Ready highlighting sticks from Revlon. And honestly, I got two of them because like they're different shades and they were buy one get one half off. So I was like, okay, we're gonna pick that up. So I'm gonna mix these two and I'm gonna start out with the darker one and then put the lighter one on top, so the pink one on top. So I'm going to apply this straight from the stick and we're gonna blend it out with our finger. So right down the center of the nose, just like that. And I know it looks crazy, it's okay. We're gonna blend it out, promise. And then we're also gonna focus this on like our Cupid's bow area. And now she has quite a bit on the chin, so we're just going to do one swipe like this. Oh my god, I love the way this looks. Now, to make this a little bit more seamless, I am going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to blend it out as well. Alright, so now that our highlighting is done, remember I said we're going to come back to the eyes and we are going to highlight our inner corner with this exact stick. And I'm using the pink shade for this one. I really want it bright there because she's got it very bright in that area. So I'm just going to put my brush right on the highlighting stick and then start to apply that in the inner tear duct of our eyes. For the last part is lips. So for lips, I am going to be using this shade from Maybelline. It's called All Fired Up. So now let's move on to the hair. Now for the hair, she did her hair, like this is also very easy. It doesn't take a lot of effort. All she did was slick everything back and it was kind of teased. She went for like a 70s, 80s vibe. I read that in one of the articles when I was looking up the makeup details. So it's really easy. You're literally going to just back comb your hair. Just comb your hair backwards, put some hairspray in it, and then honestly like call it a day. So I will show you how to do that right now. Okay, so as you guys can see, my hair like naturally parts here. That doesn't matter. We're going to get rid of the part because you want to comb your hair backwards. Just comb it backwards. It doesn't have to be perfect either. That's the nice thing. Like when I was looking at pictures, her hair was kind of, it was back. It was combed back, but it was like a little messy, but in a good way, if that makes any sense. So we're just going to put the ears behind our hair, the hair behind our ears, and just comb backwards like this. And then honestly, like the star of the show for the hair is the hairspray. Alright, so next is hairspray. Like I said, that's literally the star of the show. So what you want to do, just grab any hairspray that'll do. The only thing is you want to make sure it's not like that super firm where you can't move your hair around because her hair didn't look sticky at all or anything like that, you know? So We are going to spray our bangs first, or our front piece of our hair, and then we'll comb that backwards. So now just spray right here. Really get all around the hairline is what you want to do. And now we're going to just back comb. So just literally, and it might take you a few tries, especially if your hair is cleaner, on the cleaner side. A lot of the times when your hair is clean, it's a little bit more difficult to style. So believe it or not, that oil in your hair helps. So now just constantly brush back. Alright you guys, and that is the end of this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. As you saw, this was a super simple and easy look. It didn't require a lot of effort, yet you still look flawless and like runway ready. And that's the nice thing about it. And the best part is this was affordable. It's all drugstore. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I'm happy that I got to incorporate like a little mini hair tutorial too. Let me know if you guys like that in the comments down below. Also, don't forget, all of the products that I used in this video will be listed down below for you guys as well. They will be linked, so that way you can just click on them and buy them if you want. And please don't forget to follow me on all of my social media sites. That will be right here in this lower section of the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for keeping up with me. I love you. Bye.